Today we're going to be looking at a part that's been tailor-made for the C8 Z06, and it's all to protect that beautiful paint job on the sides and lower rear bumper. So let's get started with this video. So thanks for tuning in, guys. So today we're going to be looking at protecting the paint job on the C8 Z06, in particular the lower end side here, right behind the wheel wells. And yeah, as you probably guessed it, we're looking at some XL splash guards. And yeah, they're gonna provide a great amount of protection against rock chips from the tires, pulling up all those like pieces of loose gravel and such, and potentially damaging the side lower panels on the C8 Corvette Z06, along with the rear bumper as well. And the parts are coming from ACS Composite. Now, have you guys seen my previous videos? ACS Composite is a top-notch aftermarket company that provides a whole bunch of different kinds of front splitters, side skirts, and splash guards. So they sent me their splash guards for not only the front wheels, but also the rear as well. And I'm super excited to show you. And as you can see, I have a whole bunch of other mods that I still need to install on the C8 Z06, but this in particular is one of those critical things. If you're only gonna do like a minimalistic amount of mods on your C8 Corvette Z06, this is the way to go to at least protect it properly. So let's get into what we're gonna be installing today. So here is the box from ACS Composite. Again, top-notch company. Even their boxes are just really cool that they just put that extra bit of detail into this. And you're never gonna run into kind of any issues of getting a product delivered that, you know, is all messed up before you even install it. So alrighty guys, so we have the box here. So let's take a look at what's inside. Alright, and open up the box, taking a look at what we got. So as I said before, ACS does an excellent job with packaging these things. They are well protected. You have an instructions manual here to install it, but we're going to show you how to install these. It's actually really easy to install these. You don't have to have any kind of way to lift up the C8 to like take wheels off. You can install these without having anything but literally just a simple little socket here and maybe a trim tool or two. Super easy. We're going to show you exactly how to do it. It's part of why I like ACS Composites products so much. They put every bit of thought, not only into the product itself, but how it's gonna install. And it's something that I just very much appreciate, that level of detail. So, okay, so we're gonna take a look at the front splash guards first, which are a little bit smaller, understandably. I mean, it's just the front wheels are gonna be a little bit smaller than the rears. And taking a quick look, each of these are packaged separately, so they're not going to get scratched or anything, but take a look at that, guys. So this is one of the front splitters, and it is in a carbon flash finish. I know it's not getting caught really well in the lighting that I have here, but when I take the car outside after we have finished installing, you'll definitely be able to see. And again, the finish on these are sublime in regards to perfect carbon flash finish. That really honestly sets them apart from other companies. It's literally just a plug and play system, and it works really well. So I definitely appreciate this. Is the part, all this section right here is going to be covered in, that goes into the actual wheel well. So the only parts that really are exposed is this little section right here. And then you have look at the other side, which is also just going to be that extra layer of protection. So really nice. We're going to put this quickly back in the bag and put it to the side real quick. And then we can take a look at the rear splash guard section. Now this particular piece I'm actually really looking forward to seeing, because if you guys know or maybe not know, the rear splash guard on the OEM has a little bit of an opening, which definitely leads to a whole bunch of different rocks and such getting flung in there, and causing a whole bunch of damage to exposed paint if you look on the rear bumper. ACS has come in and fixed that with this special mesh guard here that's built into the system, and just adds that extra layer of protection. So when rock chips are coming through this opening here, they hit that mesh first, and then just fall out once the car is standing still. So you are getting all that level of protection on the rear bumper paint, which is that extra, again, that extra level of detail that is just so nice. You have still the great finish of carbon flash all along the exposed areas that you're gonna see. And the best thing about this part, if I recall correctly, yeah, this part right here comes out. So if you ever need to get a replacement mesh, like let's say there was a big damage piece and you need to replace it, this is all replaceable. And that's why they built it this way. So you can literally just attach it to the actual piece, snaps right in, and you're pretty much good to go. So that is really nice. I definitely appreciate how that looks and how it's come out. Just a little bit of leftover tape, if you were wondering what that orange piece was. I just noticed it right now, but yeah, that's just packaging. But yeah, this is really good, and I'm definitely excited to install this. So okay, so let's talk about pricing. So ACS's products are a little bit on the pricier side, I will admit, but what you're paying for is the quality in the material. But with that price, you are getting a very good quality product. So for the pair, it costs about $649, if I remember correctly from their website, which is a bit hefty of a price, but these are one of those things where you buy this one time and that's it. And they have that finish that is going to exactly match your OEM carbon flash. So it'll look like it is just part of the OEM look, and that's what they go for. So you're paying for the quality in regards to that. So it's $649, I believe, for the pair, for the front and the rears. If you wanted to buy them separately, the rears, I believe, cost about $500, and then the fronts cost about $180. So if you buy them as a pair, you save a little bit of money, but you can also buy them separately if you want to kind of just spread out the price, or spread out the cost rather. And yeah, these are exceptional. So I am definitely excited to be able to install these. And again, these are super easy to install. You don't have to have any kind of lift to get the car, lift it off the ground, take the wheels off or anything. You can install these just in your garage with some basic tools. And we're going to show you how to do that. And so that's the front and back units. The other two are well protected underneath here. So I got to just take out the styrofoam, and the other ones are also located here. I don't expect any kind of issues. So alrighty guys, so let's get started with that. Alrighty guys, so we have finished installing the XL splash guards on the C8 Z06 and they look pretty good. Now the install wasn't too bad, especially the front splash guards. They were pretty easy enough to install. It was really easy to take off the OEM splash guards and put the new XL ones in the front wheels. Now the rear splash guards were a little bit trickier to remove and install the new ones, mostly because of one particular T15 screw that is just kind of hard to reach into, especially if you have the wheel on there. If you didn't have the wheels on the rear when you did it, then it takes literally less than 30 seconds to do. But if you're not planning to lift the C8, take off the rear wheels, then I would suggest a special tool to be able to get that. Basically some kind of low profile wrench that can hold basically a T15 bit. I'll have a link in the description for something that I recommend to use. I wish I kind of had it. I had to jerry rig using a vise and literally my T15 bit in order to be able to basically fit it on there and you know, take the bolt off and put it back on kind of deal. If it wasn't for that, the rears would be a breeze. It's still not difficult to do. It's reasonably easy if you just have the right tool. Most of the time, it makes just a huge difference just having the right tool instead of trying to jerry rig something. But I will say it's reasonably straightforward to install these splash guards without a front lift, so long as you have your OEM wheels on and you don't have something like wheel spacers to kind of extend them out. If you do, there's gonna be just not enough clearance to try to do it without taking the wheels off. But if you have an OEM type setup in your rear, you should be able to do this without lifting that rear end. And huge difference so far. It's been actually a few days since my install of these that I'm actually reporting it. And I've looked in the areas just to see how well the wear is, and it's a significant difference. There is nowhere near as many tire marks or any of that kind of stuff with these splash guards, because they both protect in regards to the width. They extend out just width-wise, and they actually go underneath a little bit to help protect the underneath, especially on the rear end, where you do have a little bit of exposure on where your regular paint job and that rear diffuser sits. So there is a pretty decent amount of protection going on. And in general, these parts fit fantastic. Once I got past that singular bolt that I had to deal with, these just fit right in, no kind of forcing or anything. That is honestly the beauty of ACS composite parts. They are perfect fit every single time. You can go into any dealership or any installer that does aftermarket parts on the C8 Corvette, whether it's the Stingray or the Z06, and you talk to any installer and what kind of aftermarket mod they prefer to install, I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, they're gonna say ACS composite. They take the extra step to make sure this stuff fits perfectly on the first try. So I definitely recommend these for my C8 Z06 owners. It definitely makes a world of difference on protecting those certain critical wear areas from your tires filling up rocks and such. And I'll have links in the description so you can check them out and get them for yourselves. And I'm honestly super glad I have them for myself. So like I said earlier in the video, there are a ton of different mods that are going on the C8 Corvette, including some new sponsors that I'm excited to share with you guys. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, I definitely encourage you to subscribe, because there's a lot of cool things going on with this car in the near future. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, please check out any of my other videos, and we'll see you next time. Take care, guys.